The hell is going on? Try this again. I guess I'm live again? Yeah, that was weird. So, guys, I only lost my internet in the studio, but not the rest of the house. That's never happened before. Damn it! As soon as we start talking about the Jews, right? The squirrels come out. Motherfuckers. That was weird. That was really weird. Usually the whole house disconnects. That was just in my studio. Okay. All right. Well, as I was saying, guys, what I see going on with Charlie here is that he played as much safe as he could with Candace to keep the crazy at bay. That was my takeaway with all the stuff about, you know, when Candace is bringing up all the Jew stuff and BB, all that garbage and nonsense, right? And this is why, like, this next clip I want to show you guys, this is why I'm just like, I don't know how you can debate or talk to anybody when they answer a question like this.
Just out of curiosity, are you between 0 to 100? What is the likelihood that you think Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk and killed him?
Based on the evidence right now, I don't know. I'd say 75, 85%.
Candace?
0%.
0%.
I'm at 0.
So
with what we've seen in terms of the evidence.
Robinson shot Charlie Kirk and killed him.
Based on the evidence right now, I don't know. I'd say 75, 85%.
Candace?
0%.
0%.
I'm at 0. So with what we've seen in terms of the evidence, I'm at 0%.
So not only, you know, that maybe somebody was behind him as a patsy influencing him. You're not even saying that he didn't even shoot Charlie Kirk.
Right. I would, if you said, was he involved that day, as I have consistently said on my platform, I would say yes, he was. I don't know what role he played, but as the shooter, 0%.
It's just so sad and so fucking vile and gross that you are married to this now because you have no way out. Like you are never going to renege now. You cannot renege on this grift. You have to go all in. And unfortunately, guys, we don't even know if this will actually go to trial. Maybe this retard will end up pleading guilty. We have no idea how this is going to play out. But she will be on to the next thing by then. I can promise you that. And the thing is, like, I don't even know how PPD sat there and got through this without wanting to kill himself. And like, she's like, well, from all the evidence that from what I've seen, it's at 0%. So let's just look at Candace. Let's look at the actual evidence, shall we?
So we can show it. And in the interim, is that it?
Yeah. So I'll read this.
Just what are we looking at, just so we know?
Yeah. So this says the bullet, or at least part of it, sequentially perforated the interior left of Mr. Kirk's neck, strap muscles of the left side of the neck. This is a summary, by the way. Left common cartoid on the left internal external jugular veins. The bullet also obliterated the left side C27 vertebrae, transacted the cervical spinal cord. Medical examiner observed a significant portion of Kirk's cervical spinal cord was traumatically absent. Mr. Kirk suffered from other severe injuries, including bilateral, apical, and posterior intercostal hemorrhages, pulmonary, apical hemorrhages, multiple disruptions to the thyroid, et cetera, et cetera. So the summary of the examination is that he was shot.
Okay.
That was what they were pulling that up for.
Okay. And I'm not disputing that he could have been hit with a projectile. We're not disputing that. So I don't know why this was brought up as a fact check.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
The reason why, Candy, is because you said it's impossible. It's impossible. You and your fucking retard horde and Ian Carroll and all these other clowns said it could never happen. It's impossible. He didn't even shoot him. DNA evidence. A explicit explanation of what happened to Charlie's body. He was killed instantly, guys. He was killed instantly, and thank God he was. His spinal cord was severed. That's how bad this was. That's why he dropped the way that he did. His eyes rolled back. He was instantly paralyzed, instantly done, just on the ground, and that was it. And we don't know exactly where the fragments and the rest of the stuff ended up going. But this wasn't some fucking projectile. This wasn't some, exploding fucking necklace or or microphone. The fact that we have to sit here and talk about this shit ad nauseum as we watch Charlie Kirk's shadow become, Charlie Kirk, what happened to him he becomes the shadow in the story that should be his family's, that should be Erika's and his kids. And the fact that we're discussing this shit on August 2026 and it hasn't even been a year yet just enrages me all the same, guys, that we have to go and do this. And this is why I hate Candace Owens more than anything, because everyone knows exactly what she's doing. And he's literally reading, and she's like, that's why she said, 0%. You don't even 5, 10, 15. You can't, because you are now married to this ideology and that psychosis, because even if Candace did say like 5, 10, 15%, her own audience would turn on her. She is married to that monster. It's sick. It is absolutely sick. And this is why, like, when Andrew is presenting evidence and presenting, as you guys are going to see here, clips of things she actually said, there was nothing provided from her anonymous sources, literally nothing. Like, can you at least try and pretend that you actually wanted to do this and wanted to actually, defend the truth? Because the thing is, we all know you're not. And I hate that we have to fucking even talk about this. I hate it. I hate it. This is the biggest thing going today. Unfortunately. It needed to happen. I'm glad it happened. And as we go into this is where he wanted to get, like, can you please try to intersect all these, what you say is evidence, because it's one thing, then it's on to the next thing, it's on the next thing. There's no interconnectivity of any of the theories that she has. It's just moved on to the next thing. And here we go.
I'm asking how you get to the inference that even if you dispute that piece of evidence, that means Patsy. I'm looking for the logical chain for how you get to that inference.
What I am telling you is it's the exact same way that when you tweeted, I think that this evidence is overwhelming. When they say that looks like Tyler Robinson's car, he drives a similar car. Okay. They are inferring that that's Tyler Robinson.
Can you walk me through the inference? So that I understand.
It's not a fact. It's not a fact. When you show a blurry image, which you kept citing that we have images.
I'm talking about your inference that the fingerprints, even if they're degraded, equals Patsy. How do you get that inference?
I didn't say it equals Patsy. I think it is enough evidence that it should be explored, which is exactly what this preliminary was in the inverse.
That's not in dispute. What's in dispute is when you said, I'm using this as evidence that he could have been a Patsy. I'm asking, how do you get the inference to Patsy from that?
Because what I am saying is that it shows that somebody else had more DNA presence on that gun than Tyler Robinson did. So it is plausible, which is all they're doing. They're presenting plausibility based off of the facts. Okay.
Guys, it was like 1 in a trillion upon trillion upon trillion that if in a chance that it wasn't Tyler Robinson. Like, we watched all that together. What I hate about Candace is that she's tried painting Andrew Wilson as someone who didn't pay attention to the case. Andrew Wilson's not obsessed about the case as much as she is. We all saw the numbers, and the forensics expert that ran these numbers for all of the DNA evidence literally said they had to water it down even more, because the true number of it not being Tyler Robinson was some kind of crazy number that not even human brains can compute. So they water it down to like in the trillions, so at least a normal human mind can comprehend what that is. And she's like, well, see, there's still a chance. There's still, like, that's her defense. That's your quote evidence. It's just thoughts and feelings. Like, that's literally it. That's literally it.
It is plausible that somebody just took his gun and put it there. That's it.
Is there equally
that's how it works.
And is there equally 100 other plausible explanations?
I think that's the reason why most people are exploring when things don't make sense.
Got it.
So yes, at the beginning of that, this is how the court process works.
So
just so we're clear,
if there's 100 other plausible explanations, then Candace, why is it that we should go with this idea that it was a Patsy?
I'm not saying that we should go with the idea that it was a patsy. I am saying that there is.
I thought that was the whole defense, your whole claim.
No,
today.
my whole claim was that there is more evidence that he is set up as a patsy.
How does that equal evidence of patsy?
I don't know how many times I can say this. Like I'm saying that I am using the exact same mechanism that you are accepting for some reason in the Utah courtroom.
Yeah.
Right. To say, I'm going to look at the evidence and I'm going to infer an alternative theory.
You can't argue with someone like this, fam. This is mental illness. They will just keep repeating themselves. It's like wanting to throw yourself into a fucking drying machine and just hoping at some point it ends your life. And I know this is hard to listen to, guys. Trust me. When I was going through the clips, I was like, thank God, man, I didn't watch this whole thing. Thank fucking God. Because it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. And I commend the people that did cover it live because this was tough. This was tough to watch. And she kept looking at PPD for like some kind of out. It didn't happen. Her eyes are fucking bouncing all over the place, which anyone that knows any some basic body language, it's usually a good indicator that they're lying. It doesn't always mean that, but it usually is. And he's just like, can you just connect? Like, where's your evidence for a patsy? And she's like, well, it's like, it's the same thing that you're using as your argument to say that the prosecution, the state's evidence is legit. It's like they presented evidence, though. Where's yours? Can you at least put it on the screen? Do you have it written on paper? Do you have it anywhere? It's just fucking brutal. And the thing is, like, I think Andrew going into this, guys, Andrew going into this probably knew, like, he is not coming out as a winner. I commend him for doing it. He's going to get a lot of notoriety for doing what he did. But I don't think he was going in for an overwhelming victory with these types of people because you can't. You can't. Like I said, Phil Godlewski, guys, I checked his Rumble just like a month ago for shits and giggles. I haven't looked at it in years. Just to see if he still has an audience that's still waiting for Nasera Jacera. And they're there. They're fucking there. They're still donating to him. He's still doing his all of his bullshit grifting nonsense for silver and all this other nonsense. There is always going to be an audience for these people unless she is completely retired and sunk via lawsuits to where she is embarrassed and will never do it again. She will remain on air. She's going to continue doing this. And I think Erika Kirk is going to have her day in court with her. I do. They're just waiting for this case to get tied up.
You just presented a text message and said, this is evidence. Well, that's how this entire thing began. You're talking about how Israel got into the conversation. It was because immediately after Charlie died, one of the first things we saw was this push to make us all think and remember how much he loved Israel. It's because the prime minister of Israel, who's fighting like a 27 front war, felt that he needed to come do a little mini tour and to be, strangely, to state that I did not kill Charlie Kirk when nobody was having that thought that I can remember. Nobody was going, I wonder if Bibi Netanyahu killed Charlie Kirk. And then we had a round.
The reason why I played this clip here, guys, is because she said it was basically a bum rush for Israel was trying to do everything they could to make themselves look good after this happened. The only person that I saw after Charlie was killed that has a large enough account to get the shit stirred up like this was Ian Carroll. Ian Carroll put out a post saying, just give it a day. We're going to find out this had something to do with Israel. I am paraphrasing. It was Ian Carroll who ran out and said that, and it caught like fire.
Of influencers who lied and said Charlie was not changing on Israel, that he wasn't having any disagreements regarding that topic, that the day he died, he just loved Israel so much. And I demonstrated via a text message, which you just mentioned, and you're now contextualizing and pretending it was just about Tucker Carlson, which is not true. It was a part of a broader shift that Charlie was having over the last, I would say, actually, on your show, it began since October 7th, which is when I began asking myself more questions about Israel as well.
Her fans were calling for her to run in 2028.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
Oh, God help us.
Retard alert, class.
God help us. Down Home says, saw a post on X from Pedophile a few weeks ago. Sound like the same old bullshit, so nothing changed. It's not going to, dude. They can't. They're married to it. They're married to it because this is their lifeblood. this is their absolute lifeblood. And this is why I'm saying, like, the difference between me and these other clowns, guys, and this is the thing, like, if Trump went full retard and started doing just all kinds of shit that was completely, like, anti what he promised, anti America first, anti all this nonsense, like, we'd have to be out on him. I would be out on him. I don't care. I don't care who the fuck it is. I don't care. And if that destroyed the channel, then that would destroy the channel, and that's fine. And this is the thing, guys. This is why I laugh at people who talk shit about me still, or what, or in any kind of case. Being called a grifter for, I think, at least since I started. Again, anyone that gets any kind of somewhat successful in this, you're always called a grifter. It just comes with the territory, is what it is. The thing is, guys, I've told you this before. It would have been so easy for me, for anyone that's good at doing this, to tap into the trendy stuff and be someone on camera and know behind the scenes that you don't believe in what you're actually saying. You don't believe in what you're putting out there as content. And I was so upfront and honest with you guys about the Q stuff, and upfront and honest with you guys about the Jew stuff. I've had multiple opportunities to tap into that, to tap into getting a new audience, to keep just, squeezing that sponge, squeezing that lemon to get all that juice out, right? And like, no, this has gotten to a point where I'm just out on it. I'm out on it because what's there now is not anything that I want anything to do with. And I think it was You Need Some Milk said something about you just wrote in the chat that you're not into the new conspiracy theorists at all. They're married to the theory. And this is why I'm saying, guys, like, we have not changed on this channel. If there was something legitimate that happens, like any kind of stories, obviously politics, but even outside of politics, that may be a big story or whatever it is that has something to do with corruption, some big names, maybe in corporations, whatever it is. Have we like completely missed on a story, or just didn't cover something because we just, it wasn't, it wasn't big enough, or it wasn't good enough, or it wasn't something that, it just went under the radar? We cover everything on this show. And that's why I was saying, guys, like, when I was setting up my Monday night shows, it was a lot of conspiracy stuff, but I'm like, we have tapped into like mostly everything that I can think of at this point. So I started branching out into other things for Monday nights. I'm like, when new stuff comes in, we'll do it. But there hasn't really been anything conspiratorial, really, that has been like a huge story that obviously, outside of Trump getting killed in Butler, that to me, we don't have the full story in that. I am sorry. I know Trump said that he was okay with the Secret Service and what their findings were. I think he's covering for them. That's just me. I have no sauce for that. The Butler, the family of the guy of Crooks, where the fuck have they been? They just completely disappeared. They're gone. Outside of that, guys, have we missed on a story or not gone down a rabbit hole that hasn't been like a big story or a big internet or viral thing? We haven't missed anything. And Cyber says, I'm already at the point where I don't care for conspiracies anymore. And neither do I, my friend. Neither do I. Like, I'm good with it if it's warranted. And we'll talk about it. But there's nothing left. There's nothing left there. And I love streaming. I love doing this. I love hanging out with you guys. And this is why, like, it seems like maybe like every 3 years or so, we kind of go in a different direction on this show, because to me, if we were still doing what we were doing, 5-6 years ago, fam, I would hate doing this. Talking Q drops, blaming the Jews for everything, talking about, their fucking ancient books and, astrology bullshit and all this other nonsense. Like, I'm out on it. Like, I can do that in my own private life, let alone do it on the stream. It's just, can we just say it's fucking gay? It gets gay at a certain point. It's dumb. It gets blown out. It gets completely overplayed. And this is why, like, when I feel like I have to make a change in the direction of this show, I let you guys know and tell you exactly why. And I have not missed yet. We've been doing more cultural stuff than political stuff, and I'm totally fine with it. I am totally fine with that. And if that's where the direction the show goes, it goes. If it succeeds and it keeps thriving, great. If it doesn't, then we switch it out. And if it doesn't work and the channel's dying, then so be it. I'll retire from this and go do something else. It's all good with me. It's totally fine with me. I'm not married to any of it. If I can continue doing this, guys, for years on end, I want to. I want to keep doing this. I love this. I love what we do at Pilled. To walk away from this would be crazy. Too much time, too much effort, too much everything was put into this. All of it. I don't want to leave this. But I'm never going to do what these clowns have done. Ever. Ever. And the funny thing is, like, she says how she was so in tune and so knowledgeable of the case. And a clip like this is like, are you sure about that?
Okay, so let's address those multitude of evidences. The first one we're working on a fact check on, because I do not ever remember him tweeting. That's me in the staircase. I mean, or texting. Texting that's me in the staircase. I think that I didn't say that. I said I literally didn't. What I said is that he texted over, you'll be able to see me in footage at UVU. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. Yeah. Could we get a fact check on that?
If you want to pull it up, you said you have the text. If we can put that up on the screen. Thank you.
It was me. Look at the pictures from the surveillance footage. It was me. Okay. I literally said to you, it's not an oof. I said I didn't remember this. And I'm happy to have a fact check on that. Okay.
I didn't remember this. Because she's like, oh, all you have is blurry pictures. And Tyler's text to Twigs, it was me. Look at the pictures from the surveillance footage. It was me. I'm serious. And she's like, well, I'm glad I got that fact check. I guess I just didn't read that. How convenient.
I said to you, it's not an oof. I said I didn't remember this. And I'm happy to have a fact check on that. Okay. I didn't call for the fact check saying you're wrong. I literally said I don't remember that from the time.
I'm just saying to you, like, I'm trying to be concise for you.
And then
the thing is, guys, like, I'm glad PPD was there. I wish it was Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan just has that the name notoriety. He's the biggest. He's the biggest podcast in the world. To me, it's like being so polite and being so nice in this like controlled environment. Like, I don't know how it would be so hard for me not to start just landing insults, like personal insults, cursing at her, calling her a cunt, calling her a douchebag, just anything I could think of. Right. I don't know how you sit there and in front of someone like that. I don't have the self-control with that at some point be going off on her. Because on top of it, and I know this is what got it to happen, she made $300,000 on this. And Lord knows how much other super chats she got, the AdSense revenue. It's so disgusting to me. So absolutely disgusting to me. And the thing is, like, when they got into the part where it got to the cross-examining part, she got super defensive. And what does the woke mind virus do to these stupid clowns that are on the plantation still? They go into victimhood immediately. And then she starts deciding this is not a debate anymore. And almost, I felt like she was going to walk off at this point. She didn't. But she got very upset the moment Andrew was about to set up these questions. The questions we were all wondering. How do you back up these theories?
I have a bunch of questions for you, and I want to make it super painless, right? So no traps, no gotchas. I'm just going to ask them direct. And I think that as long as they're not loaded, if they're loaded, you should not respond yes or no. But as long as they're not loaded, if I just directly ask them, I'm hoping that you'll just give me a direct answer. So here's the questions that I have.
Wait, before we get into that, I would like to just reply to that. Mm-hmm. So just to be clear, we agreed to debate our claims, and then I agreed publicly that I have no issues having a conversation with you about other things that I've discussed that were outside of the court hearing and things like other evidence that's come across our lap and things that we've been speaking about. But I just do want to make it clear to viewers that for whatever reason, you think that you have a right to sort of depose me.
I'm not deposing you. I just want to ask you some questions.
You literally said that I want to be able to question you.
This is a meta.
Yeah, a question. Yeah. That's what the whole fucking point of this is, Candace.
A meta conversation.
Right, but okay, so now we're transcending. Like, let's use a word that you're saying. But this is what you're doing, right? Okay. So this part to me feels like a bit of.
Am I allowed to ask the questions?
I've already said you can ask questions, but I made it very clear to you via email and with you in conversation that We should be speaking. This
Yeah, I
isn't
know,
like
but
you
I
get to
wanna-
sit.
I wanna ask you
if you
some
want to
questions.
depose me, you should join
I'm not
Brigitte
deposing
Macron's
you.
defense team.
This
But
is
you're
part-
like, I'm
this
just
is
going
a
to ask questions.
legitimate
Can you
part-
answer it? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what you're going to ask. And
I
I'm
know.
going to answer
And if
as
you
I
have
see
issues
fit
with
because
it,
I'm not.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Just so we're clear.
Usually in the debate, if something's not loaded, I'm just direct with
Because you kept saying I'm Joe Rogan. They have no evidence. They have no evidence. And now you're like, let's move away from the evidence.
You
Let's talk about transcendentals.
yeah, okay. Anyway,
Just again, just nonsense. And this is why I was like, man, I'm really happy like I didn't get into the weeds with this shit. And she knew this was coming. She knew this was coming. She absolutely did. And the thing is here, where's this clip here? This is the clip I want to get into where she really gets caught in the fucking in the nonsense. This is the part where I believe he asked directly about Erika Kirk and TPUSA being involved with Charlie Kirk's murder. Watch this.
Of a lack of information or because there has
Answers 100%
been,
confident France and Israel.
Zone of distrust.
How?
I would imagine, and forget answering my questions because it doesn't need to be me.
aren't you sowing a lot of those seeds of distrust?
Well, I
Yes.
think they're doing a pretty good job themselves, if I'm being honest. You can blame
France and Israel is doing a great job, guys.
it on Candace all you want.
Well,
People love to do that.
The thing is funny is
People act like I'm
think
ground
their
zero.
PR I'll be fair with you.
I'm ground zero of people not trusting Turning Point USA.
I think that there was some
actually kind of
PR there.
last.
I think there was some PR there. Sure, they could have done better. Absolutely. I'm not disputing any of that. One thing, though, that I want to just directly ask you is, do you actually believe that anybody in TPUSA or Erika Kirk or Erika actually participated, had foreknowledge of, or facilitated the murder of Charlie Kirk?
I'm not going to get myself into a legal pickle here.
Oh my God.
This right here, guys, exposes her for everything. If she really believed and had something that had TPUSA or Erika Kirk or any of this shit, you stand up on what you believe and you go full in. And what does she say here? I don't want to get myself basically in legal trouble because they know they're watching. I don't want to get myself. You have sent your fucking minion, retarded, broken, psychotic horde after Erika and her family based on how her mannerisms, the way she dresses, just fucking nonsense. And guys, like, and I've said this many times before, real quick, we're going to finish that because that clip is, that's to me this is the biggest takeaway from the entire thing. I had people saying like, God, Scott, like how can she possibly sell merch? The Charlie Kirk merch at TPUSA at his funeral, the fireworks, all of it. And I'm like, retards. I've never been in this position. I don't know exactly what I would do. But if there was anybody that was going to, the way that I look, and I say this to anyone that passes away, or friends and family that pass away, I don't like to say rest in peace. I don't like to say sorry for your loss. I like to say to them, celebrate their life. Celebrate their life. That's something that I have kind of adopted since my great grandmother died. I was very blessed that I was born at the time that I was with all of the grandparents, the great grandparents. My parents were very young. I got to see my great grandparents, and I got to enjoy them. A lot of people don't get that at all. And so I have not, thank God, have not had a ton of personal death in my life. Thank God. My always go to is celebrate their life. And if TPUSA wanted to do fireworks, if Erika Kirk wanted to look strong and she was smiling and she wanted to just try to project some kind of a strength, then that's what she does. That's what TPUSA decided to do. They want to sell merch and make all kinds of money. It's Charlie Kirk's fucking company. It could be fucking dead at any point because of all this shit. And it's like the fact that you have to sit there and discuss this if anybody was to make money off of Charlie's death, it would be his own fucking company. Is that crazy? Is that nuts? It's a multi-million-dollar business. It's the biggest thing conservatives have as far as getting to the youth. You think, okay, now it's time to cash in. No, it's time to show up and show support. Anyone that runs a business, anyone that runs a live stream, this is what you do. You're not doing it for nefarious, manipulative reasons. And people are coming at me like, Scott, how dare they make money off of Charlie's death? It's his fucking company. Like, what are you guys on? What drugs are you guys on? They're celebrating his life and they're nitpicking this. They look like that. Well, she dressed like this. It's just like, shut the fuck. You sound so fucking stupid. If she had a new man in her life, if Erika had a new man in her life, like in the next like month or 3 months, then yeah, like, okay, that's definitely sketchy. Nothing like that has happened though. Nothing like that's happened. They're celebrating the man's life. It was his company, his employees, his everything. And what they have done to Erika is just the most vile, disgusting thing I've ever seen. I have never seen anything like it. And there's still people that defend this shit, that still talk trash about Erika in the chats. And that's your prerogative, and that's your fucking prerogative. It's just like, there is no help for you people. Zero help for you people. None. For the people that believe this nonsense. Because if Candace really believed it, she would have said right there, yeah, I do think she was complicit. Because she did say complicit. Complicit.
Charlie Kirk.
I'm not going to get myself into a legal pickle here.
Oh my
Everything
God.
I said is on my podcast. I think
Hey, if you're out there saying it's clear Erika or TPUSA did it, guess what?
If I
Candace won't say it.
I would see them all.
So
won't.
either she doesn't know or she's a coward and you need a better champion.
I would.
So all the people out there with YouTube channels, and it's done. It's done now. Your theories she won't back up because she says she won't get an illegal pickle. She doesn't have the courage that you do on your X profile or Instagram or YouTube channel with 50,000 subscribers. She won't do it. She won't do it. You need someone better.
And the fact that
We'll
that
take
was
your
never
chats
even
after.
considered, that like I said earlier, the backpack was returned.
She couldn't say it. And I'm trying to find the part here where she actually says, I think they actually play a clip of her right here. She's like, I've never said that that Erika killed Charlie.
To a
That
precinct.
statement, so I'm not going to get
The amount
you
of
to
evidence
ask
that is
me
now
personally.
piling up against Erika Kirk. I've seen enough. Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct.
The assassination of Charlie
Okay,
Kirk.
that's enough. We'll watch Candace, but we have the whole montage. Link in the description. She's made it. She's implied it. She has said everything but straight up. She killed. Oh yeah, and then Andrew Wilson played the clip for her too.
Via who? My guess is Pierre. Erika. I think that there's a reason Pierre knew that Charlie was dead first. I think there's a reason he was a priority. How? Why? I think France and Israel are involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I'm going to put that out there with full confidence.
Okay.
I also...
I understand. So you think you with full confidence, you think that
Yeah, I think
that
Israel's
France
involved.
and Israel.
Yeah, I mean, the person that gave me that thing that I reported.
Can we play back what she just said there, where she didn't? She just said things aren't right.
You guys remember when Candace said that, you know, if she was in a subway train with Erika Kirk, she'd move to a different car because she has the tent, she'd probably murder somebody. I mean, like, it's crazy. And for anyone in the chat that's like defending Candace at this point, like, what evidence has Candace shown? What evidence has she shown? Please. She had her chance today. There was none, guys. There was none. And did I expect any? No, I didn't expect any. Didn't expect shit. I didn't think Andrew Wilson was going to come out as a giant victor in this. I was hoping, but my expectations for it weren't that. Simply because The same people that are on the left are these same types. It's just in a different different atmosphere, I guess you could say. It's the same thing though. It's cognitive dissonance to the max. Broken by the red pill, I guess, in some regards for some. We've always shown sauce on this show. And the whole Egyptian plane thing, I was hoping that was going to come up more, but it didn't. That whole thing was botched. All of it. All of it. It's just like, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Some people are saying that TPUSA was lying. Lying about what? Lying about what? Because again, like, this is the thing, like, I've said this a million times. If there was true holes in any of this, if there was lies from TPUSA, if there was anything with Candace Owens' theories, you don't think the defense would be using it right now? Or they would have used it in the prelim at least? Something to save his life. They didn't even... Their response to the state that came out, I think, on Wednesday. They're just pleading, please don't give him capital punishment. They're not saying he didn't do it. They're saying the state didn't provide enough evidence. So guess what? If that's the case, let's go to trial. We'll get every nitty gritty detail. Because do people really think the prosecution laid everything out? Of course not. Of course not. And it's only going to get worse if this goes to trial as far as people that are defending this shit, because even more evidence will come out. It will come out. And guess what? If they have crystal clear video, 4K video of Tyler Robinson, and that gets out, then what are you going to say? It's AI? It's still a patsy? Sick, man. Absolutely sick. You guys want to get a laugh here real quick? Because I thought this was funny. Stu Peters, like all these retards, they're all part of the same. They're all part of the same thing. They're all fucking disgusting, nasty grifters. This guy calls in, pretends to be a Stu Peters guy, and just goes off on him.
Michael is watching the show, says that he wanted to call in and discuss Charlie Kirk and how Israel assassinated him. Go ahead, you're on, Michael.
Oh, thank you, Stu. Appreciate it. I just want to say real quick, it's my first time seeing this base report guy, but man, real smart guy. I mean, just real sharp. I love the name, the base report. It's like really, it gets down to what we're really about. So I just wanted to compliment you. But yeah, this whole Charlie Kirk Israel thing's just really something else I mean, I saw your debate with Andrew Wilson, and I mean, I just got to say, I thought you were kind of a big fucking dumb idiot, to be honest with you. You look like a real fucking retard up there, and you're kind of making us all look bad, dude. Like, Israel killed Charlie Kirk, and you're up there acting like a fucking retard with nothing to say. Like, it's crazy. So, like, well, you need to get your shit together, dog, because otherwise, I mean, fucking Tyler Robinson's going to go to jail for the rest of his life. Innocent man who did nothing wrong. And you're up there just fucking spinning your wheels like it's
so.
Fucking,
since when did it become incumbent upon? Okay, so you're here comes one of these groypers with the drunk stuff. Haven't drank for 2 years, but obviously what he's saying. And I saw
he's just a groyper. He's just a groyper.
Retard alert!
all these people in the chat that they were saying that they were going to start calling. We can expect that. Since when has it become the responsibility of the defense or people who are investigating? And by the way, airing every single day irrefutable evidence that points to Israel, that points to Turning Point USA's betrayal.
Irrefutable, right? Irrefutable. Candace, Stu, Ian Carroll. I have guys, and like I would love to see it. No one to this day, because guys, if there was irrefutable evidence, I would and it was legit, it'd be on this show. I'd be showing it to everybody. Everybody. Guys, I'm not here to play games like these retards. I'm not. I'm really not. I tried to have as much common sense and as much objectivity. And even my own biases, sometimes I like to check. I have to check them just like everyone else. There's no coming back from this for some of these guys. And what's sad is, like, I used to watch Stu Peters like a long time ago. And boy, oh boy, have I learned a lot. And the thing is, he says, since when is it our job that we have to back up the defense? It's the state prosecution that's making these accusations. And it's like, yeah, the state really put out real evidence, though. We all saw it. we see it. We only saw what we could in the prelim, and it's already bad. The fact that the defense is just arguing, please don't give him the death sentence. We're not saying he didn't do it. We're not saying it's not like 1 in a trillion chances DNA. It isn't him. God knows whatever else they have. All I'm saying is, guys, I'm glad I'm on the right side of this. That's kind of how I want to end it with this shit. Because outside of that, I just want to make fun of it. Because there's nothing else. There's nothing else to it outside of that. All right, fam. We're at 31,500 gold pills. My goodness. Izzy Q, thank you for the double cookies. 17's not done with the pair of shades. And cookies from Izzy and Cap1Q. Thank you, brother. 2 Halo Rider throwing down a ship. There we go. 17 with a cookie condition base says they ask why Charlie Kirk was taken out. Just look at where most of El Said votes came from. Colleges. Yes. Crystal Loves David says Israel equals UK. Crown equals USA China. It's one big club. And I thank God I'm not in it. Rumble is a Canadian company. And it is. And the entire place, for the most part, is run by Bajits. And I'm not joking about that. 17 says, I really think you would have done a much better job against Candace. Maybe. The thing is with me, guys, I don't... At a certain point, I completely stopped watching her shit because at a certain point, I was watching Candace. Oh, I'm really angry at my microphone. Guys. Looks like I'm shitting myself. I'm angrily shitting myself. There we go. Hold on. Let's fix that up. This is the thing, like, people that come at me, like, because I think Candace is a retard, like, people don't realize, like, I watch this stuff because this is what I do for a living. Like, this is part of my job. I watch Candace because I wanted to believe there was some real something from real there. And I watched. Then the Egyptian plane thing happened. And I was like, that's interesting. Let's see what this is about. And it was fucking nonsense. And once you start seeing nonsense once, twice, 3 times, and you're like, okay, we know what's going on here now. So if I were to debate Candace, I would have to go back and literally just find the Egyptian plane thing is what I would have nailed her on more than anything. And just to show something. Thank you, 17. Dr. Shaw, 4,000 gold pills says, do we as the woke fam know who the babysitter is lurking about? She may have teamed up with the Jew squirrels. I'm not even joking. No thanks, Joseph. Thanks again, Scott. Happy Friday, my man. Thanks for your work and hope you have a great week and good luck with your timber gathering and splitting. Thank you, my friend. Drunk Pinata out there with the shades that the only reason I covered this today was to see how she handled the different format. I'm convinced she knows she's lying 100%. She's the only one who lost ground today. I agree, dude, and I commend you for covering it. And to be honest with you, if I didn't have if I wasn't doing the wood stuff today, or if it was a rainy day and I couldn't go out today, I would have been covering it as well. I commend people that sat there and watched the entire thing as it was happening. It was must-watch internet entertainment. No doubt about it. I would have been there too if I could. I couldn't do it. And a lot of people are saying it was a waste of time. And in some ways, I do understand that. And the thing is, like, I think a lot of people have the takeaway that we have, like, she's not going to change. Her audience will never change. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's literally no different than the left. It's a cult. And at a certain point, you just got to throw your hands up. Be like, they are what they are. And they deserve exactly what they're going to get. Dr. Sean says 2,000 gold pills with several surgeons in my close family. We never pass up on a good conspiracy. There you go, my friend. And Sean says at 1,300 NK, VD babysitters ain't cheap. Thank you, friend. Johnny Q says it was the French Foreign Legion. What up, Johnny? Thanks for the cookie. And Spazzo Yeti dropping double cans on the show. Thank you, my friend. Always love you, as always. And I always get blue pills and I lose followers when we talk about candy. It's the weirdest thing. It really is the weird thing. But you guys, there is actual, outside of calling it the woke mind virus, there is actually there's terms calling this. It's called the Motte and Bailey doctrine. Okay? We've actually talked about this on the show before, what the Motte and Bailey doctrine is, and it's a tactic the left does all the time. It's become deep-seated within our culture, unfortunately, and why so many Americans get duped by this shit. But this can also be applied with what happened with Candace here. If you guys don't know what the Motte and Bailey doctrine is, I'm going to play this little video here so you guys can see exactly. This is a level above word magic. This is how you you normalize crazy shit, and when that becomes the consensus, people are afraid to push back on it, and then the consensus just gets more and more and more, and it's a psychosis.
The political left mastered an old mass manipulation strategy that lets them push any claim, no matter how radical, wrong, or stupid, into the mainstream without ever having to defend it. And once you know it, you'll see it everywhere, even in daily arguments. This is day 3 of the psychology of masses. It's called the Motte and Bailey doctrine. The Bailey is the radical, extreme version of a claim. The Motte is the small, defensible tower next to it, the mild version of the claim. In the public's mind, the two are never actually separated. They live together as one position. So when someone attacks the Bailey, the radical version, the Motte gets defended instead, the reasonable version. And because the public sees the Motte and Bailey as the same claim, successfully defending the Motte automatically validates the Bailey too. Attacking the radical position now looks identical to attacking the reasonable one, which makes the radical position untouchable by association. This is how the Overton window is moved, through hundreds of small, unwinnable fights over the Motte, each one quietly making the Bailey a little more acceptable, a little more mainstream, until what used to be radical is just the new normal, and from there, real political power follows. If you want to understand and use the psychology of masses fully, check out the link in my bio.
So that is exactly how over time and over certain presidencies and just time in general, time's the currency of all this, guys. This is how the culture changes. This is how countries change, for better or for worse. The Overton window moves one way or the other. And this is a tactic, the Motte and Bailey tactic, of how they, again, like how they would go as far as like maybe legalizing pedophilia. That sounds crazy, right? But look what's happening. You have people that are pedophiles going to therapists, and they're saying they can be saved. There's a way to fix these people. These people shouldn't be on sexual assault lists or predator lists. It's chipping away to the point where calling out pedophiles has become, that's almost taboo. Like, oh my God, you can't do that, or you'll be called a maggot, right? It's sick. But this is what they do. This is how they do it. And like this wouldn't, I couldn't do this whole segment justice without actually cleaning it up, guys, and getting a Charlie Kirk clip in here. And this was him having a mic drop moment when he was debating Hassan Piker. And fam, we lost a president. We lost a president in Charlie Kirk. That's what he was destined for. I am 100% convinced. And let's not forget this. The story. This is about him. This whole thing is about him. He galvanized the young people. No one could do.
You give 95% of your money away and go live on a commune.
Do you really think that that's how it works? Do you really think that's how it works?
Go live what you preach. Because every single
this is as silly.
You talked uninterrupted for 5 minutes. Hassan, let me finish.
Go ahead. Sorry, you're right.
I live what I practice. I'm a free market capitalist. I employ people. I took a risk. I have my own startup business. Every single day, I practice what I preach. He wants other people to contribute to what he considers to be a good idea, what he considers will make the world a better place. That you have the freedom to go live as a socialist. Go do it, Hassan. What's stopping you?
Okay, right. So here's why this is ridiculous. And the last point I will make is this. Here's why that conversation is absolutely preposterous. If I gave away the measly earnings that I had and gave away 95% of
How much do you make,
that wouldn't necessarily even push the needle.
Doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Watching Charlie do what he was best at, man. You see why they killed him. You see why. It's fucking wild, guys. It's wild. But this is, unfortunately, hopefully out of all this, there's going to be a bunch of Charlies that spawn out, respawn, and we're going to have 20, maybe if we're lucky, 100 of them. But maybe Charlie was a unicorn. I don't know. All that I know is that they killed him, and their so-called friends, like Candace Owens of Charlie Kirk, are these fucking demon spawn that have made millions and millions and millions of dollars off a dead good man's name. Fucking sick, dude. Absolutely fucking sick. So as far as this now, guys, like, I would love not to ever talk about Candace for a while again. Like, I'm Candace out. We all, this audience, for the most part, understands, like, where everything's at. And the only thing I'm going to hopefully bring up in regards to any of this going forward is if there's new updates in the case, new court documents, anything that's going to be updated on this. And remember, I think, again, like, the fact that we have to wait, I think, till the beginning of September. I think it's like the first week of September, the judge is going to rule on whether this is going to go to trial. And then I believe at that point, there will have to be some kind of a plea or some kind of something with what's his face, with Tyler Robinson. There's going to have to be some kind of movement with him, and maybe he'll take a plea deal. Maybe he'll beg for his life. Maybe he'll take it to trial. I don't know. If they go to trial, I mean, it's going to be a whole thing, guys. It's going to go on for at least another year, maybe more, and it's going to keep going. So that's as much as I want to talk about that. And guys, we need to move everybody over to pill.net right now. We went a little over time, and we need to go exclusive as we always do. Everyone on Kick, Rumble, X, thank you all for being here as per usual. I don't even know if they're watching anymore because we got disconnected before. Thank you, Little Cat, for holding it down. Please go over to pill.net. Appreciate all of you. Let's get it on. See you over on Pill, guys. If not, we'll see you tomorrow night. Goodbye, my friends. Okay.